Andrew Sheng is the Distinguished Fellow at the Asia Global Institute.
Well, this is a very comprehensive plan. It builds on the earlier 5-year plans, and each of them have faced the context of changing environment, adapted to it, and it set out its principles very clearly, the high-level principles, what it wants to achieve, which is a people-first, high-quality, high-standard development, self-reliant, moving towards, high technology, a better consumption, well-being for the people, and a green, inclusive, environment of beautiful China.
The communique says that socialist modernization by 2035 is the goal, and that the next 5 years in particular are going to be critical. How do you interpret that for the Chinese economy and banking?
Well, the Chinese economy cannot be just considered on its own internal issues, whereas the external environment, as you know, is at the best put it, very contentious. And it is very important, therefore, that China, because it is the second largest economy in the world, largest manufacturing, largest trading partner, steer a very clear path towards prosperity and stability that is a win-win for the world as a whole.
Now, as you mentioned, the global context is one of great uncertainty at this time. I'm wondering how these long-term plans for China help the country to manage uncertainties. How do you get the balance between planning and being able to adapt to sudden changes? And I think, for example, of what's going on with the tariffs coming from the United States.
Well, the tariffs are actually an external shock. But increasingly, as you know, Chinese trade is going down as a proportion of total GDP. So its significance over time will be reduced as the country develops more and more domestic engines of growth, particularly internal consumption. That internal consumption, including the investments, not only at the regional level, but also creating a better environment, rural rejuvenation, investments in high-quality technology, using much better, let's say, capital markets on top of the present banking system. All these is a comprehensive, in a way, push to ensure much more resilient national growth within the context of external uncertainty.
What message do these recommendations then send to global investors who are watching China's market?
Well, global investors should be very encouraged that, number one, the opening up strategy is still, on track. There is no such thing as more protectionism. Opening up is definitely carrying on. Number two, the seek for high quality growth that is going to be inclusive and green will open up, new opportunities.